Hello, James here. Probably wondering what was this? Um, what did this I have around my neck? Well, you know how sometimes in this weather, or it gets cold and you get that crick in your neck, and you go to lay down. You know what I mean? It's like I've been having this pain for like a couple days, and can't get um, you put kind of like icy heat. You put something like pain relief pads on, like generic. So and I've been like sitting down in one of those uh those car seats that. Well, let me show you right quick. Uh, uh, this is considered fine. Shit. I'll be right back.
Who brought the slave to America. I contacted him and began to do my own research into the slave trade. I've read all of the official Jewish histories pertaining to it. I've followed the issue for over 25 years now, scanning official Jewish memo histories on the
You know, you
subject.
get to a certain time, a certain age.
By Jewish historical
You know,
society.
let me
These are histories written by Jews
shit.
for Jews. And here's some direct quotes of leading Jewish
Let me
historians
let me
writing
cut this
about the
down.
African slave trade. Prominent Jewish historian.
Anyway, sorry about that. But I've been using something like this. Like if you have one of the seats, you can put like you can like take this off like this. You get it off right here, and you can take it from the back. And this also has a vibrating and heat. And you can use this in your home. And I've been using this on my bed because sometimes my back been bothering me. But I didn't really. Sometimes it only just goes up to your back, and this where this thing comes in from. The home homeo pro therapy vibration neck massagers, and sometimes you get kind of stiff. So this thing, it has you can get it at I don't know if they sell it in Walmart. I don't know if they sell it in what's that, Walgreens. They might have it in Walgreens, but I got this at what the place called Drug Mart, and it's here in Ohio. There's very few drug marts. I don't know in your town, in your city, you have something, but you go into the one section. If you have a Walgreens, usually it's over in that one section where it's like a lot of therapy and people who have all kind of pain, and some older people, they different items for different, like socks that for your pressure. If you guess, it keeps you different health in items. Anyway, this is it. This is a picture of it. So if you ever sit down at the computer and when you're laying down, you can get one of these. And so this is what it looks like. It's called a Pro Therapy Vibrating Neck Massager. This thing cost me $35, but luckily I have my kit. I have like an insurance card to basically and so this is what it looks like, and this baby feel good. Sometimes I've been laying down at night, and sometimes it automatically cuts off too. So if you run on, it won't run all night, and sometimes I fell asleep. I gotta be with the other one. Had to be careful because you don't want nothing, don't want to start no fire or anything, but it usually cuts off. Sometimes I roll over and it cuts off, and it improves my circulation. Because sometimes you get up stiff, and I don't know what it is. You get to a certain age, you start getting stiff and everything, and so this thing can only go up to goes up to the back of my spine, and it goes down. It can go like part down in my lower back and a little bit in my hip area. But with this can goes up at the top, and you can put it like this, and it's kind of I don't know if you can hear it or not, but this is what it sounds like. It's real quiet. And then this is the heat button right here, and you put it on your neck like this, and because sometimes when I'm laying on the pillow, I don't know if I'm probably need a certain pillow to kind of support your neck, and because sometimes you when you wake up in the morning, that's why you get that stiff. You ever get a stiff neck, and you feel like you can't. It's like you can't move, and it's I don't know. It's achy. Like it feels like it's some cold that got in there, and achy, and it feels like you practically have. It's almost kind of slightly paralyzed you because you can't. You kind of turn your neck and you turn this way, and start playing. Well, this thing massages your shoulder blades and up here. So if you ever sit down at the computer or sit down at home and kick your feet up and put this thing on, and man, this was the best little investment I've got. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Now, my chair thing that you can put like put it in your car, and if you're driving for a long period of time and your back start hurting, or you start getting them, you start getting kind of your feet get, you get that what they call that, when your feet get numb, and if you have to get out and walk and move around, and so this helps out because sometimes when I try to watch my sodium intake because my ankles get kind of swelled up. So what that means is that you need something to kind of like, that's something like the fluids getting down in your leg. So what happens is that my ankles kind of expand. So I have to prop up my feet to keep the water stuff down and keep the fluids down. And it's common with some people, and it's good to get up and move around. But man, for the last couple of days, man, with my neck, man, I couldn't find nothing up, and I put sports gel, that bluish gel, that blue gel. I put that on it. I put this on it, and it's just been the pain, and so I couldn't figure out why I'm trying to adjust my pillow, my sleeping pattern, and everything, and I'm wondering what's going on on my neck, and so. When I got this thing, and so it really helps. It massages that area. Unless you got someone who's in your house, or you got in order to do massages, don't mind massaging your shoulders and your neck. But if you don't got nobody to massage your shoulders and your neck, then this is the next best thing until you get to like a chiropractor or something, or to some massage place. That pain relief, and this for some reason sometimes it's the way you lay down, and so I can sit back in this thing and just go like this. But yeah, this thing is really, sometimes I've been getting up in the morning, it's just, man, I can hardly move my neck, and then sometimes it's just that I don't really have arthritis. I don't know what it is. It's just, I guess I know it's one of the things apart when you start aging, man. It's like, I try to get up and move around and stay mobile, not to just sit for a long period of time. Because when you sit for a long period of time, that can work against you too. So, yeah, if you guys, if you ever going through something like this with your neck, get you one of these home. You can go probably have a website, homeopathic, it's Homex whatever, and you can probably find it online, and it comes in the box, and if your insurance would cover you, or I like my insurance company is called CareSource here. So CareSource give you a spending. I'm gonna show you what it is. I don't know if you, those of you that I don't know if what states that CareSource in. I know in Ohio, but CareSource give you a benefit card that looks like this. Looks like this, and so they load money on your card, and sometimes you get like $100-$200 on your card. It's like a credit card, but the only thing about it is you can spend it. You have to spend it on stuff like this, and you can't get I don't think you can get any like laundry detergent or something. You know how in Walgreens and Walmart, but you can only get things that are like pertaining to your body. Most of the stuff it covers, like you have allergies, like I said, you got some kind of medication, pain medication, things like this, something for some therapeutic socks or gloves or to wrap some things. Then that helps. So yeah, and it covers things like this. And so I don't know, because I tried different insurance companies. It's different, like United Healthcare. I don't think they do anything like this, but it depends on if you up to age 45 and over, you can, and it depends on your insurance, or it depends on what your circumstances is and what company that will allow you, they'll give you. But I'm sticking with CareSource because I've had United Healthcare. They suck. They tell you every time of year you see the commercials with the Medicare commercials, and then they got all these different options. But when you go and apply for them, some of the doctors, they don't keep update on the doctors, the specialists, whatever you need. Some of them they don't keep up to date. And then they'll take one plan like the PPO, but they don't want to take the other plan. And they do this every year. They say, well, it kind of changes. Well, that would be nice if you want to get customers. You need to let people know that your list is updated, and at least let the providers. Some of these insurance companies need to let because that's frustrating that you order a plan, then you get the plan, then you go and then when you call up for some services like dental, vision, or some kind of specialist service, they tell you you got another plan, like the PPO is okay, but if you get the other plan, it won't cover certain things, and certain specialists don't want to use certain insurance companies. So get you an insurance company that covers everything out of them, because a lot of them, they're really funny about their plans. They're funny about outpatient surgery. They'll cover this, and they only cover certain amount of that. Then prescription medication. I mean, I sound like I'm a commercial itself, but my advice is on that is I tried Blue Cross Blue Shield, Humana here in Ohio. I tried United Healthcare. I tried what was it? There was another one, Molina. I tried Molina, and they would only cover certain things that I was trying to get, because sometimes I have sleep apnea, and that cover that you got insurance company, they don't want to cover something like that, because a lot of people have sleep apnea. I have some people, and it's good to get tested, because sleep apnea, I made a video that I was in I was in the sleep lab. So when you lay down, you constantly waking up. You're cutting your breathing off. Plus, for some people, it pushes your blood pressure, and if you got high blood pressure, when you start breathing, your body react, and each time it does that, it puts stress on your cardiovascular system. and so that's why your blood pressure go up for those who have high blood pressure, and so really get you. And sleep apnea is one of the most important things to get checked out. Make sure you get that. If you have anybody in your family, and if you living with somebody, and you hear them sleeping, and they kind of and they stop breathing, they need to go get checked out, because that's something that could be deadly. And a lot of people have died in their sleep. So it's very, very. And I got my machine in there. So it's good to have some. And you have to be careful of the ones, because lately with the ones with this one company called Philips, the one company was Philips apnea machine. They're doing a recall on that machine. So you have to be careful what sleep apnea machine you get. If those of you out there do have sleep apnea, watch what machine you get. But the insurance company covered. But this company, my insurance company, CareSource, covered that. And so by me spending some, and it covers my provider. And the only thing I've always had, and it's good, if you don't have a secondary insurance like Medicare and Medicaid, you need if you get all Medicare, they bill you, and so hopefully you're able to get Medicaid for those who don't have regular insurance, because some insurance, Medicare ain't just good enough. So it's good to have Medicare and Medicaid to cover those unexpected office visits. And what makes me mad, man, like I have something done, and then they'll send me the bill, say, wait a minute, this particular, so I have to call my insurance company up, CareSource, and tell them, ask when was the bill made, and they have to contact their office, and they say, Mr. Thomas, have you told them that you got Medicaid for your insurance? And yeah, I got Medicaid. I don't know what's with some of these places, and I don't know if you have that problem, because with Medicaid, it covers, covers everything. Medicare only take part of it, but it's good to have both, because the time they hit you with all those services, drawing blood, lab services, or anything where you got to go for X-rays and see what's something going on in your body, you gotta make sure that's covered. Plus, the specialist, if your doctor send you out to the specialist, so you gotta make sure they in the same group plan too. And I didn't know that at the time but this insurance company I'm with, chiropractors, it used to be in the past, a lot of people didn't take chiropractors seriously. They really didn't kind of acknowledge it. They want you to go do the alternative payments with needles and everything. But with chiropractors, this insurance company I'm with, CareSource, they got their own chiropractors too. And I don't think with some of the other companies, they won't cover chiropractor service, but they will cover transportation. But if you want something, because chiropractic is like an alternative way. So if you don't want to go through the needles, and I used to drive years ago and drive people to the pain clinic, and they would get a needle in their spine and their neck trying to relieve the pain. And my mother did that, and she got a sciatica nerve, and so she get bad in the knees, whatever, and having a needle in the knee. I'll do chiropractic. I don't care. I know it hurts like I don't know what, but I'll do anything. I do not want nobody injecting no needle, unless it's something like blood. I do not like needles. I don't like no needle, no long ass needle going in your leg or your spine because of pain. So the best opportunity. So right now, until I get to find me or some service to get this, whatever this is, get my neck back in shape. Because I have been to a chiropractor before, but in the meantime, something like this would be kind of like to keep the muscles and keep the bone and the heat and to keep that muscle kind of tense up, because the tension in these in your body. But yeah, these things It feel good after. Yeah, but this what it looks like. Here's the on. Here's the on button. Here's the heat button. And I don't know what's going on, but usually the heat. I don't know if the but before I bought it, the light came on. This I don't know, probably one of the batteries. But anyway, but if you sit if you sitting up in your room at the computer or something, and see it cuts itself off automatically, and so sometimes I guess it's like it's almost got a timer on it or something. And so if you at a computer, this is the thing to get. And again, this is it's called Prolotherapy Vibration Neck Massager, made by Homedics, and it does vibration massage and soothing heat. So you need and I used to go to chiropractors in the past for the back, and you know how you get pain in your back. Certain chiropractors they would say you plug. Well, my old one, when I got hurt at work one time, I used to go to this chiropractor up in originally when I was from another part of Ohio, Northeast Ohio, and you know after they do that adjustment and they give their therapy, and insurance and workers' comp was paying that. So they would give me ice. He gave me ice pack and heat. He said he would always tell me ice and heat it because it keep that muscle on your back and everything. And it does help out to do the ice and heat. And you sometimes got to switch an alternative. And some chiropractors say do that. Some chiropractors say heat. And so it all depends on what chiropractor you go to. But because you know how they do that. And those of you who have been to a chiropractor, I mean they do wonders with your neck and your back and your legs and everything to get your body back in line. But I just wanted I didn't want to take you much of your time here, but I just wanted to show you. But yeah, about this neck massager, and get you, and then if you have, and invest in one of these rollers, like, and you can change this out and put it in this. You can put this in your house, but you got one you can put in your car. Put the cigarette lighter. Let me give you an idea of what it looks. I'm gonna give you an idea of what it looks like. But this is what it looks like. You've probably seen one of these before. And it's really quiet. It's not too noisy. And I don't know why. But this thing has a light too. But you put it in your chair or wherever you're sitting at, or on your couch, and and because sometimes if you at the computer desk or you at your home, or that kind of help with the circulation. So I'm kind of promoting that. So I just wanted to promote that to you and give you an idea that it improve your circulation. But yeah, man, men and women, or if you have back and neck problems, I would get something like this. Oh, excuse me. I would get something for so because sometimes with this weather, and I try to keep my bed away from the window. Because you know how that air gets in, man. When you wake up and it's getting cold too, so you know how that cold air seep in. I don't know. And if you laying during the night and you wake up in the morning, oh my God, you move a certain way, you can't hardly move. And I've been going through that a couple nights, and it's just that it had been for these two items, man, to help keep me moving and keep me walk, and I have to walk a certain amount of distance. to keep that circulation going. I see why people really practically exercise every day, man. It's like it, and then it's like when you walk for a certain amount of time, because I've done that. It's like damn if you do, damn if you don't. Even when you walk, you come back the next day and you feel it because your muscles ain't used to it. Your arms, your legs, and you can't win for losing. One minute if you don't exercise, it hurts you. When you do, you have to watch you don't over exercise because that can hurt you. And so that's the problem having. I don't know why people always call when I talk to them later. But yeah, I just want to promote this, and so I hope you guys, if you ever get to a drugstore, if you have a drug mart in your city, if you don't, maybe Walgreens, because Walgreens is like international. CVS, they might have it, but make sure hopefully your insurance will cover it. Your insurance, hopefully your insurance can give you a benefit card, and that helps out a lot, because you know how you go into Walgreens, and you know how CVS is. It's expensive. For medication now, for pain medication, you name it, toilet supplies, pain medication. If you don't have a certain amount covered, it's coming out your pocket. And it's funny, I don't know what the COVID test, that they're gonna do away with that in January, so it's like $19 for, I think it's going for a COVID test. So if you go to your regular, and this thing has helped out with that, and I don't know why people call me. With Walmart and Walgreens, anybody can tell you that's some expensive stuff. That's expensive. Some of the items in there like this, it's cost you $35, $40. And if I haven't had that insurance card, and even something like this for your back to put, so you can put in your car or your home, it costs you $35. So I just want to, hopefully you like this video, but I just want to promote something. I know this is something common. I'm not trying to, hopefully they won't get mad, whatever, but it's just like, hey, there's some people out there that do go through everyday pain, big or small, whatever their size is. So hopefully you take that item, because that's something, especially when you're sitting at a desk or table, or sitting in your living room chair, unless you got one of them lazy boys with the rollers that will do your back in. If you don't have something like that, and you sit down for a certain amount of time, you lay down, or I remember before I got this other couch back in the background, I was sitting on a futon, and I had that futon for 5 years. I had to get rid of it. It was so bad, the springs it was popping up. So it was the spring. I'm sitting there, and I couldn't even get back and lay on it. So it was feel good to have something. Them futons, they're okay for a certain amount of time, but for a couch and a chair, I couldn't do it. I couldn't lay on the bed on it, because it's like, but then you probably better laying on the cot, because you're gonna wake up with that stiff neck or stiff back in the morning. So yeah, but hopefully your insurance company will give you one of these, so you can get you, and that's considered, something like this would consider circulation medical, because some people have circulation problems, whatever, or sometimes when you sit for a certain amount of time, So you need something to massage your back. Like I said, unless you got someone to massage your back for you, or you got at a place, a clinic that would do that. But if you, just in case you don't, you got something. This the next best thing, especially with the heat. And of course, the shower, getting a hot shower helps too. But that helps out a little bit, but it's only temporary. You need something that's going. I tried pain medication, Tylenol, and it does a separate, but it's just like this pain is like and I'm praying that I don't think there's no bone lodged back there, but I just got to get to a chiropractor. Until then, this is the next best thing to get to until I get to another chiropractor. Alright then, guys, I hope you like this video and share it with somebody, and because this is something maybe some people don't think about. And get you one of those chair backs, so when you sitting at the computer or sitting in your living room table at the watching TV or whatever, and if you sit for a certain amount of time, it depends on your legs can cramp up. You get a Charlie horse, and sometimes I go to stretch out. You ever had a Charlie horse in the morning? Oh, them things are horrible. Man, you get up in the morning, it's like, geez, man, like, dang, you immediately have to jump up and stand on your feet, because if you go to stretch your leg a certain way, it's like, ooh. So get you one of those. But this is where this came in from, because this will relieve that. Also, I try to eat a lot of bananas, potassium, because that potassium you won't cramp up as much with pills or bananas. That's another thing. And stretching. Whew. Man, it's like, as we age in these bodies, boy, it's like every year you age, it's like you find a different pain. It's like once you get past the age of 40 to 45, you start feeling pains you ain't never felt in your life. You're like, dang, I wasn't feeling this 5-10 years ago. Oh, you feeling it now. And and it's weird. Like I tell my friend John, it's like, I don't know, you don't even do nothing. And it's like, I'm getting pain? I didn't even twist or do anything physical that caused the pain. It's like, it's weird how pain will come on in the middle of the night, or you lay it on the one side, and it feels like you can feel like the circulation. So you gotta watch how you lay in your bed, because that can throw you off too. That's uncomfortable, and so that causes you to have sleepless nights. But anyway, enough of my rant. But I just wanted to promote that product. And if you can go to a Walgreens, Walmart in your town, or if it's Drug Mart. I don't think it's that many drug marts. I don't know. I think it's a local here in Ohio, but in other places it might be that. It might be there. I don't know. I know in a few places here they do. So alright then, guys. I hope you like this video. Give a thumbs up. Just some professional. I'm no doctor, no nurse or nothing, but it's just something alternative until you get to the doctor, until you get to a nurse or clinic, whatever. Alright then, you guys take it easy. This is your friend buddy James. Till next time, you guys take it. And stay healthy, man. I mean, and that's one of the things. And make sure that your windows ain't drafted, because and if you do, make sure your bed is away from the window, so you won't be like me, wake up with a stiff neck in the back. That's the only thing I can tell you to do. Make sure because we go into winter, we're about to go heading towards winter, so you probably want to get your windows sealed up too. That'll stop the draft. If unexpected drafts come in, and that's when you feel it the next morning. So, alright then. I didn't rattle on too much, but I just wanted to come online and promote that to you. And if you for back pain and neck pain, so get you one of these for you, especially when you're driving. You're driving a distance, you're driving 2 or 3 hours. Get one of those things until you get outside and stop at a rest stop somewhere, and sort of keep your leg circulation too. Because you know how you're driving a truck or a car for a certain amount of time, you get out and you get that, and that you drive a certain amount of distance. So this way, this coming too. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a good evening. Share the video, if you like it, subscribe. Till next time, you guys have a blessed day, a blessed night. Take care. Okay.